Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cult Classic Podcast. Cameron Jones here, along with my co-host,
Mark Nussle,
Jordan Jones, and special guest,
Chris Rymer.
We've got a fourth mic today,
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Happy to have you aboard. This is momentous because this is the start of our spooky season. This is our first Halloween movie for you, and we're getting with one we've been teasing and talking about quite a bit the last few months. We're giving you the 1998 film, Urban Legend. Natalie's attending college at a remote university in New England, doing her best to move on after a horrific incident from her senior year of high school. On the anniversary of a supposed massacre that took place on the campus, students begin to mysteriously die, identically to famous urban legends. Will Natalie and her friends survive the macabre anniversary, or will they fall victim to a mystery killer and become another urban legend?
Starring Alicia Witt, Jared Leto, Rebecca Gayheart, Michael Rosenbaum, Joshua Jackson, Tara Reid, and Loretta Devine.
This movie's following Scream. It's another whodunit. A lot of people accuse them of paint by the numbers at the time.
It's a paint by the numbers, but you know what you get? You get a nice painting at the end of it. You're like, I like that.
Like a lot of the scary movies at the time, a lot of big teen names you would know, a couple you don't.
He's in the back seat.
This is, like you said, this is a classic whodunit. You know, you got some kids in college, but it's also set in a really, pretty cool New England-looking Harry Potter school, so that's awesome.
Urban Legend. All right, cast and crew, directed by Jamie Blanks. Also directed Valentine with Denise Richards. It seems like another whodunit, but based around Valentine's Day movie.
My Bloody Valentine? Or like, I know
Nope, just called Valentine.
I don't know if I've
don't
seen
know that one. Okay.
Sure.
Anything else I would know?
2001. No, that's about it.
Okay, interesting.
Valentine's from 2001. It's a horror mystery. It's got 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. Check it out.
That seems accurate.
Yeah, it's got Denise Richards in it. It can't be that good.
What's funny, though, on IMDb, when looking up Jamie Blanks, what comes up first and foremost is composer.
Interesting.
So did a lot of composing work.
Okay.
But while we're on that subject, the music for this this film is done by Christopher Young. Did Sinister, The Grudge.
Oh, so some notable scary movie scores.
Swordfish. Yeah.
How do you think you get into the line of scary music composition?
You're just good at shrill violins.
Networking and nepotism. That's how you get anywhere.
You know those big sheets of metal that you like whop? You gotta have some big sheets of metal.
I think you're getting to Foley sound.
Okay, on to the cast. We've got Jared Leto plays Paul.
I mean,
Dreamy Paul.
You obviously know him from 30 Seconds to Mars, won his Oscar in Dallas Buyers Club, Fight Club, everyone always, pulls from.
How old is Jared
Suicide
Leto?
Squad.
How old is he? He's got to be 40s, right?
Oh, I bet he's 50s.
50s maybe?
For
He's been
sure.
around for a while.
Yeah.
So in looking to his 30 Seconds to Mars, he directed a lot of their videos, but under the what do you call it? Someone like
pen name or
a
ghost?
Yeah, like a pen name, Bartholomew Cubbins, which is a Dr. Seuss character.
Weird.
And that's what he goes by when he
Directs
any sort of 30 Seconds to Mars
He
video.
is 50 years old.
Oh,
and I used to think that December 25th was the worst birthday you could have, but he's born December 26th. And that actually seems worse.
Kind of.
You're like, well, happy birthday, man.
I'm going to eat some leftovers.
I was going to save this for Larry. What do you think? Best actor turned musician
Yeah, probably.
ever? Maybe? Got to be on that Mount Rushmore.
Or is he a musician turned actor? I don't know. We'll get to it. Mark, who else we got?
Kelly Clarkson, Crossroads, or whatever that movie was.
Yeah.
I think that's Britney Spears.
Yeah. Alicia Witt plays Natalie.
Thought she was in way more.
Yeah, I didn't really know much. She was in Vanilla Sky, Orange is the New Black, Twin Peaks, Nashville. Seems like a lot of TV recently, but she's been in stuff. She's been working consistently.
The original Dune.
Oh, yeah, the original Dune, too. I've never seen.
84.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't recognize
she's
her
been
as much.
working
This is what I
steadily
know.
since the movie. It's just not a lot I've seen.
Good for her.
A lot of TV stuff or what?
Somewhat, yeah. A lot. I mean, movies, too. Just background stuff, too. Just, I don't know, things I don't remember.
Okay. Rebecca Gayheart played Brenda.
Jawbreaker's the big one you might remember from
Jawbreakers, I
around the
remember
time.
from Jawbreakers.
She's also been doing a lot of TV, though. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I saw Ugly Betty.
Yep, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Who is she in Once Upon a Time in
I
Hollywood?
didn't write down her character name.
Cameron's done his homework.
Yeah, I usually don't do this shit.
We get a guest. We get a guest host, and he's like, "Look at these facts. Look at all the research
I went above and beyond.
I'd say you just went. You answered the call. I don't know about beyond.
Michael Rosenbaum plays Parker.
The only thing
I thought I was gonna know him from more
Smallville
too, really
off the top of my head was the only thing I.
He has a doppelganger or something. He has.
Does he play Lex Luthor in Smallville?
Yeah, he does.
He does. Yes.
That's him. Okay, I think that's his biggest role.
Honestly, though, we probably know him from shit because I looked and he's done a ton of voice work for like video games and like Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
and,
Cameron, he's in the Batman Arkham.
Yeah,
video
I saw that. I
stuff.
didn't see who he was, but I probably.
He doesn't really have like a notable voice, but that's just.
He's
him,
also in
I guess.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw, but didn't.
The second one.
Yeah, I didn't exactly remember him.
Loretta Devine plays Reese, the rent-a-cop, the whatever campus cop. She's Crash was the only movie I
Crash was the
would have recognized her
biggest
from.
thing I saw. And again, a lot of TV. Grey's Anatomy, Carmichael Show, just a ton of TV though.
I kept thinking I recognized her from something, but it just turns out I really remembered her from Urban Legend.
Yep,
I kept watching. I'm like, oh man, I remember her from this. Is she
That's
in
always
anything
funny,
else?
right? Yeah.
It's just Urban Legend.
Damon Brooks is played by Joshua Jackson. The Mighty Ducks movies.
Go back and see Mighty Ducks.
Dawson's
Charlie
Creek.
Conway, Dawson's Creek.
Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions. That's another big one. I also saw Muppets from
is he in
Space.
Cruel Intentions?
Go back and listen to our Cruel Intentions. Oh wait, we
never
didn't
done
do
Cruel Intentions.
Never mind. Go back and listen to our Mighty Ducks 2 episode.
Tara Reid plays Sasha.
For our context, she was in The Big Lebowski. That might be the only movie we've done with her, but American Pie.
And go back and listen to American Pie, which is definitely a bigger role for
I was trying to think of movies we've
way
done.
more
Obviously,
recognizable.
American Pie,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
she's also Van
So
Wilder.
she had a good little window right there in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Right now she's in the pocket for sure.
Yeah, she was
In the pocket.
attractive '90s girl. She was the one.
She was.
She's got good
This might
pocket
have been
protection.
Tara Reid at her prime, perhaps. I think it might have been downhill
Here
from-
and American Pie 1 and 2.
It's funny though. I would have assumed that this came out before. Sorry, that American Pie came out first, but this predated American Pie. by
I
a
was
year.
surprised by that as well.
Interesting.
A couple fun sort of Halloween esque
Ooh.
actors are coming up next. We've got Robert Englund plays Professor Wexler. He is just Fred Krueger.
You would know him from the Nightmare on Elm
Freddy
Street
Krueger.
series. He's in a lot of different scary
Freddy
movies
Krueger's.
too. He tends to do a lot of creepier things, but
Yeah.
he makes a lot of cameos.
You know what? I like him. He was in Stranger Things season 4. He's a good cameo appearance.
He's a good cameo.
More than just more than just Freddy.
Also a familiar face that just isn't who I thought he was. I thought he was in Twister for some reason.
Robert England?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, no, but go back and listen to our
So
episode on Twister
Good job,
and
Mark.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. Nice pull.
You sure he wasn't in the Burbs? Hey, go back and listen to our episode on the Burbs. This is just go back and listen to our back catalog.
And then Goth Tosh.
That's a mouthful right there.
Played by Danielle Harris. She was the, I believe, first babysitter in the first Halloween.
She was
solid.
She was
the child.
the child in Halloween 4 and 5. And then also the best friend in the remake of Halloween that Rob Zombie did.
True.
Oh, she was in. So she was in the later ones.
Yep.
She was both in the original, in the 80s ones for 4 and 5, and then also for the remake of Rob Zombie's.
The first death in the movie is Michelle Mancini, played by Natasha Wagner.
She do anything?
She's in High Fidelity.
Oh, go back and see her episode of High Fidelity. She do
I
anything
think she's a
important?
really, really minor character in High Fidelity. But anyways,
Drop after drop.
Probably one of the
She's got a
girlfriends.
familiar face. I feel like she's been in some TV things here or there, but yeah, other than that.
probably didn't need to go this deep with the cast, but there you go.
There it was. Let's move it on to Unverified. Welcome to the Cult Classic Movie Phone. It's September 25th, 1998, and currently in theaters you could have seen Addams Family Reunion, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Rush Hour, Permanent Midnight, Rounders, go back and see our episode of Rounders, or Simon Birch, but you chose Urban Legend. What do you guys have for Unverified this week?
Danielle Harris, who plays Tosh, the goth sort of roommate. She was a smoker previous to the movie, all throughout filming. She was super stoked that she was able to smoke on set during filming. but she had to do it so much that she eventually just like got sick of it and like just quit smoking, like cold turkey. Like this movie just made Danielle Harris quit smoking.
Probably for the best. I mean, it's like that parent punishment when they make him smoke a whole carton.
I got a fun one that I really enjoyed because it was also an animosity that I'll bring up later. But the SUV driven at the beginning of the movie was originally supposed to be a Land Rover, but it was changed to a Ford Expedition because it was the largest 4x4 vehicle at the time. Because the filmmakers discovered that they could not swing an axe in a Land Rover.
And this movie's pretty accurate about everything.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure
so
the
I'm
axe
glad that
doesn't
they-
just fly through that window.
Yeah.
You don't think it had anything to do that it's probably like $40,000 less to buy an Expedition than a Land Rover?
be.
I like that that's what they're spinning on us.
No, but I like that they went that far. They're like, oh well, there's not enough like swing room for an axe here, but we're gonna microwave that cockapoodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they actually really, they were going to do a bigger dog, but they couldn't fit it in a microwave like a standard microwave.
right.
You know, it's a trickle down. They're dotting their I's and crossing their T's.
If you're wondering about the killer's outfit, it was actually supposed to be set in the middle of winter, but they just decided it was going to cost way too much to fake snow and stuff, but they just randomly kept the fluffy jacket. But it's still New England. It still seems cold there. It seems...
That didn't bother me because, like,
No.
I mean, if it's still even around school time in the northeast,
Yeah, it'll be chilly.
that's-
You can have that
It's gonna be
jacket.
chilly.
Yeah. You get Maine, you get a nor'easter, it gets chilly. And I think we're in spring semester, though, is what I'm guessing, right?
I think it is supposed to be spring semester, yes. But still,
Well, we know
so
how
it should still be a
April's
little
gonna
it'll be chilly.
Frigid. Rebecca Gayheart got sick after eating a bunch of Pop Rocks all day after the classroom scene.
Makes sense. Can't just keep doing that.
Pop Rocks suck, right? Pop Rocks suck.
Kind of like them.
I mean, how
Hand
often
up.
do you have them?
Not often.
what
That's why I
you
kind of like
What do you
them.
like? You like Peeps too? You like
Whoa,
candy
Whoa,
corn?
whoa, whoa.
Do not
fucking-
put fucking Pop Rocks.
I don't think those are
Same
in
category.
the same
Same category.
No.
No.
I would
Yes.
put Pop Rocks with Fun Dip and
Yes.
Nerds.
Yeah.
A little
Yes,
like
that is a
yeah.
correct category to put that in.
And those are treats.
I'm not trying to go after Pop Rocks all the time, but someone gives them to me, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
This is kind of a fun one at the time that just none of us would remember now. But those students we were talking about at the end that are recounting the tale from like this movie, they say, yeah, and Brenda was the girl from the Nexzema commercial. And at the time, Rebecca Grayheart was the Nexzema girl in those commercials. So they were just leaning into another kind of fun urban legend trope that you often hear.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I just like to spit it out. We got a $14 million budget, made $72 million. Straight cash on me. That's not too bad.
Paying by numbers, Jordan, you get a good picture. What do we say?
Hey, that's true. And good release date. September, solid. Give them what
Yeah,
you
you're
want.
gonna want that. This is kind of interesting. It was filmed at the same university as Killer Party in 1986. It's another campus set slasher, and funny enough, they both feature a costume party fraternity and characters being targeted by a mass killer with an urban legend theme. So it seems like this is almost a remake of a 1986 film in the exact same location. So I guess check that out.
Joshua Jackson used his salary from this movie to buy his mother a house.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
What a nice guy.
Dawson's
Wow.
Creek couldn't do it?
Not a cake eater.
Speaking of Dawson's Creek, another fun fact, Joshua Jackson, when he first gets into the car with Natalie, it features the song "I Don't Want to Wait," which is the theme song to Dawson's Creek. So I thought that was
There's a
fun.
nice little Easter egg or tie-in. Dawson's Creek started in 98, so they had to be right around the same time.
This is kind of interesting. Daniel Harris, Tosh, and Tara Reid, Sasha, were roommates in real life before the shooting began. They were living
nice.
together, actresses at the same time. Interesting.
They made this movie, and neither of them bought their mother a house.
Let's be real; they couldn't have done that probably. But.
The Latin motto of the university, which is featured on its emblem in some scenes,
This is a good one.
translates as "the best friend did it."
Amicum
Scrotum.
amicum optimum factum. The best friend did it. Seems like we're missing
Yeah,
words.
I like little Easter eggs like that.
That is good.
I hinted at this a second ago, but Jared Leto has disowned this film and hates it and refuses to talk about it in interviews. I like it.
Why? Because his eyes are too blue?
I don't know.
Because he's too dreamy, as Paul.
Because he looks too cute?
I mean, it's not his best acting work, but I mean, it's still an enjoyable role, Jared Leto.
But it is his third best acting work.
It's
I mean, like, it really is. How many movies has he been in? Not that many.
it's about
It's his third best acting work. It's like
about
Dallas
the road
Buyers
there,
Club.
You gotta appreciate every role.
Yeah, Jared Leto. We talked about Robert Englund, but this also actually has an uncredited cameo by Brad Dourif, who portrays Chucky in Child's Play. I believe he is the stuttering gas station attendant at the beginning.
Another Child's Play tie-in is the friend Mancini at the beginning.
Oh, that's what I thought you were going to go.
Yeah, is the director of Child's Play.
Oh, did I fuck that up and it's something else? Because I'm pretty sure there was a cameo.
No, you had it right.
It's just two different facts.
Oh, okay, cool.
You picked the less interesting fact.
I picked a cameo of Chucky himself.
I guess Tara Reid did a lot of her own stunts, which is fucking wild.
Hey, good for Tara.
Did she fall? Did she fall? Did she fall on that balcony in the mess?
She did.
They call that a messeseum.
She did. She was in a harness.
And I believe she said it was a real axe the whole time, though.
I mean,
so
that doesn't check.
That's what she said. Let us know if there's any other facts out there for this one. It had a lot because, like most 90s movies, they had a bunch of special features and a bunch of things that gave us facts. But we're going to move it on to questions.
Comments.
Animosities.
Questions, comments, animosity.
Mark, you already brought up the score writer working for other horror things, but just my first comment was it is a good score. It's like just a good creepy original score. It's not. I don't remember the motif anymore, but it's good.
See, I'm going to disagree with you. I can't remember what the music sounded like at all in this.
I think
the soundtrack, I like their nods quite a bit. They had a lot of fun nods.
Because you're spoiled by John Williams scores where there's this motif that just keeps coming back.
Oh, no, we got some Danny Elfman.
I would say we love Danny Elfman, too.
It wasn't memorable, but it did
not
set the
discriminating
tone.
around here. Sure. I'm just saying Christopher Young doesn't need the slander that you're giving him right now.
I didn't say his name. I didn't attack the man. I just,
just his
the
work.
work is what I was attacking. Just his work. I don't know.
Just his life's
I don't know
work.
anything about him. I did like the soundtrack that we alluded to it a little bit earlier, but like Dawson's Creek plays when Joshua Jackson's in the car.
I mean, I feel like anytime we get a 90s movie, it's just a more enjoyable, nostalgic soundtrack for us. So
definitely going to
in the opening credits scene, though, it's like, turn around, and it's, alluding to that there's somebody in the car. They have a few of those. I do say, even though...
Can that lead into my first animosity of the movie?
Sure can.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
So, along that vein, right? So, a killer has a choice, and this killer's first kill is to swing an axe in the back of a speeding vehicle. That's just not a good move. That car's gonna crash. You're gonna get injured.
I mean, we see it at the end of the movie when she flies through the window, but yeah, that's going to cause an immediate accident unless she grabs the wheel immediately after, but she's probably going to get real hurt.
I'm just
saying. I think
saying.
an axe is like a simple machine. It needs the whole fulcrum. It needs leverage.
Well, they measured.
You don't get
they
that
measured
inside
the car
of
out, Mark. You
can do it in the vehicle.
They can swing.
Well,
the
it doesn't
axe.
get that. It doesn't get. I'm agreeing with you. It does not get that inside of a small vehicle.
Yeah.
So.
And being as how calculated the killer is for the rest of the movie, it doesn't sit well with me.
Maybe she thought it was a murder-suicide, and then she's like, oh, well, that worked. I guess I'm just going to keep doing this and kill all her friends and get that redhead. Not too bad. I thought this was going to be the end of all of us. Not too bad.
So just a question for you guys. Do you think she was meant to be a bad singer, or she showed up on set and they're like, well, roll with it? I hope she was meant to be.
Yeah, I think that the director was like, please sing bad.
Okay.
So as somebody who can't sing themselves, is it hard for people to fake bad sing if you actually know how to?
Kind of, but not really. I mean, you can bend a pitch wrong.
I'm a firm believer that everybody can sing, Jordan.
I know, Cameron. I mean, yeah, but
Welcome
not
to this
well.
argument.
Take a drink if you're listening at home. Yes, okay. No, I think she probably just sang bad.
Okay.
Cameron, you could just for that moment recast her Cameron Diaz. You believe she's an awful singer,
The worst singer
actress.
in film, but I think she just honestly is tone deaf. Nothing against her. I do not like her. But
I thought they were going for like a little bit of like a moment of brevity where they're just kind of
Making
a
her seem more vulnerable, or
no, just I don't know, lighthearted. It's funny.
Yeah.
She's singing in the car. She's vulnerable. Yeah, vulnerable. Yeah, Chris.
You know what would made me more mad if she sang really well. I'd be like, oh, I don't like that.
would
That
you want
seems
her
a
to
little
die?
smug.
You know what I mean? Kill her.
More than anything, yeah.
I got an
You shouldn't
animosity.
sing well. Do you guys sing well in the car?
Yeah, I'm usually practicing.
Oh, I sing maybe my best.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
car.
definitely trying.
Well, I'm
Depends
saying
on the
like
song.
you sing accurately.
Yeah, because
like
no one's
with-
there, so I go
accurate.
for shit that no one. Yeah, I probably sing better in the car because I'm taking risk.
I sing worse, but definitely louder. That's for
Cameron-
sure. I definitely sing
Cameron's
louder in
taking
the car.
risks going down
risks.
I-95.
Okay. I do want to say though, I like the opening sequence. It's fun. It is paint by the numbers like Scream, but I really enjoyed the opening sequence.
I'll tell you an
murder scene.
animosity though with it. And just a comment: the caller at the beginning of that, I think, is admitting to a crime that she switched out the birth control for her roommate. Now she's pregnant and had to drop out of school. And I forget what the follow-up question that she had, but you shouldn't admit to that on the air. Maybe
Yeah, that's a bad move. That's
that
admitting
might be
to
a crime.
Pretty sure.
I don't even know what
This
her
is Tara Reid.
question was.
It's like a caller's
it's-
calling at the beginning to,
Oh, the
to
caller.
Sasha, and she's like,
Yeah.
"So I've been switching out my roommate's birth control, and now she's pregnant and has to move out. Oh, she's like, how can I find a new roommate this late in semester?" But like,
I thought the whole
whoa.
thing that she was swallowing the semen.
That's later.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
later.
That's later
That's a
on.
different-
Yeah.
That's later. That's later.
And she recommends to not swallow bodily fluids.
Do college radios have such risque programming, guys? I was only in college for a couple semesters, and by that I mean
They
one.
did in the 90s, Cameron. That was College Radio 101. And then
This
they
is
put
like,
on...
This is like Maine. This is like Portland Tech or something.
Seems like it'd be
Yeah, the band of that radio station is probably just outside the door. Like, nobody's hearing it. They're probably just putting it on tape. I can't imagine that it actually gets
no,
broadcast.
apparently it's good. You get listened to at a party.
Everyone on campus listens to this radio station. It's
Yeah, on
constantly
campus. It doesn't go any further than campus, though.
I imagine it's just very strong, so it does take over every other radio signal, but only has like a 50-meter radius.
We know that Reese, the security guard,
She listens to it.
Right at the beginning of the movie, just it flashes $1.14 for gas.
Oh,
she's honking in the
yeah.
pouring rain for full service. Like
for
somebody to come out and pump her gas.
presumptuous.
In this society.
I've never
So
honked
she got
once.
she got what she deserved, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
I thought so.
I mean, we were all alive in 1997/8. I don't think there's many full service gas stations.
We were
left.
never.
There were in
certain
Manchester.
We
You
had
could
a,
actually
we
go
had
to
a
the-
full service in
You could
Manchester.
go to Amco.
Amoco.
Yeah, you could go to Amco in Manchester and get full service.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you stupid
His
idiot.
name was Don.
You dumb fucker.
Animosity, the stuttering gas station attendant. He could have maybe done a few more things other than just like trying, like maybe on the walk over,
Cameron.
being like, "Hey, I see someone in your car." Maybe writing it down, coming back to the window. Maybe not locking her in there and then approaching
Yeah,
her. Like,
yeah.
there could have been some other ways. Maybe
Coming after
Biggest-
her, like grabbing her. That's all bad moves.
Yeah, you got to be.
So
You
my
got to know
biggest-
how you look.
My biggest
It's
takeaway
capitalized,
from
Jordan.
My biggest takeaway from that is it's like moth versus butterfly. He just has murder face, and that's tough. That's tough for the character, but it's even tougher for the actor. Do you want to be the guy that's got murder face, and those are your roles? That's a tough way to go through life.
Robert Englund seemed to enjoy it, although he doesn't quite have murder face.
Yeah, he actually has a friendly
Yeah,
face.
Yeah, but he seems actually pretty nice.
It's better than like fatty McFatkins that we needed like
Gross slob.
Yeah, but you
ugly.
can lose weight. You can lose weight. You can't unlose murder face.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Buscemi.
gonna do?
Okay,
Like, that's
okay,
just
okay.
Buscemi
that's
sounds
just a
great.
bad rap.
He just needs to spit it out. Like
true.
Instead of like chasing after her and like trying to like I don't know fondle her, be like guy in the back seat.
Yeah.
Inside the
anything.
shot.
A
A
couple
other
words.
move.
Don't get
Anything.
a sentence out.
Anything.
Get some phrases like
Or,
back
or,
seat, your back
or
seat.
get her out. Get her out of the car.
Your
you know
back
what I mean?
seat. 2 words. Check. Your back seat. 3 words. I guess what he yells is, "There's someone in your back seat." Okay, that's quite a few. So yeah, see, we could have cut that down to 2 words.
So the real question is, how many times has he been wrong? Because did
Oh,
he
you
see
think
an
this is
axe, or is it just somebody in the back seat? A lot of the times on road trips, you're taking a nap, especially in an expedition with so much room.
You
That's
assume
my cousin,
Brenda-
you freak.
You assume Brenda's hiding pretty conspicuously back there with an axe for him to say that. She must be real crouched and,
Yeah, she's yeah.
How long
she's
has
not
she
just
been in
sitting
that
there.
car for?
Yeah, what did she see? Or what did he see?
When'd she
what
get in
point
that
did he
car?
notice?
How long has Brenda been in the back seat?
Why did,
That was a slow burn.
I guess since the college, she's leaving from campus, right?
What a long play to get college admission. Solid, brava.
Yeah.
Brava on
Wait,
Brenda.
what?
Maybe she's got really high scores.
She got accepted into that liberal arts school in Maine.
right, right.
That
she,
can't be easy.
She could have gone to Boston U, but she chose just to
Jordan,
Nah.
we know she has crazy drive, and that can be put into many different places.
She's motivated.
Do you think her boyfriend
Is she on the swim team or just swimming laps?
on the swim team? I'd imagine.
Well, that's even more impressive. Jesus Christ, I love this
Yeah,
person.
she's got an extracurriculars.
On the swim team? Jesus. Can I say this? Can I say this about Brenda?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually siding with her. I think this is a movie about revenge and not a psycho.
I mean-
you go...
Oh, the main characters definitely have it
Yeah,
coming.
the
if
main
you ask
character
me.
definitely might deserve a little bit.
Do you want to know a specifically funny thing? I'll flash forward to the end, but this is about the main character. What's her name? Natalie.
Natalie.
So I know she's under duress, but Brenda's telling her like, I'm such and such's girlfriend, and this is your payback. She showed a picture of her boyfriend, and Natalie's like,
Did not remember
who
at
is
all.
that? I went to trial and we got off light. She didn't even recognize the whole time. So I say kill Natalie. She's a horrible person.
She wasn't
Can we
driving.
talk about how they just got probation?
Yeah, probation, guys. She had a hefty
The
probation.
only person innocent in
killing
this is
someone.
the dog. Everybody else deserves to die, from what I understand.
Yeah, Hootie,
Everybody else.
Hootie,
You know, I will
Hootie.
say, well, that is the one thing. I get Brenda killing Natalie and girl at the beginning, but
Mancini deserved it.
yeah, she definitely deserved it. But like none of the other friends did. They were just like, just hang-alongs.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
Joshua Jackson's misogynistic.
I had an animosity of when they start to get into, when shit starts hitting the fan, and they're full on investigative mode. The dean telling Reese, the security guard, to just not call the cops or explicitly call him if anything happens, like that's
He's
a crime.
trying to sweep
That's
it on
gotta
the
be a
rug.
crime.
Chris and I
It's
were
that
watching this last
university shit.
night. Well, he did it before. He did it before with one
yep.
massacre. He swept a massacre under the rug somehow. But Chris, I never noticed this until last night when Chris was like, "Is there no police involvement? Has this all been campus security dealing with like all these deaths?"
It took me until
They
about
should
like the
really tell
75-minute
somebody.
mark when I read her patch. I'm like, she's just a mall cop. She's not even the police.
Well, even weirder on top of that, should she be packing
Nope.
heat? Should she have a gun on campus
It's
back then, like
pre-9/11.
that back in the day?
9/11.
Seems like we'd be doing like baton taser at most.
I don't
Pepper spray.
know. It's the 90s. It's the late 90s. No, that's good dean work. That's just like the mayor from Jaws. That's just like Hot Fuzz. Listen, you don't want to you sweep it under the
right
rug.
under.
He's just doing his job. I don't know what else they're paying him for.
Do you think it's because it's like a private university? They're like, we gotta keep this.
Yeah, it's easier to keep hush hush too. He seems to be
And
the
our swimming
only
team is doing
Works
super
once.
well with this new recruit.
With
She's
Brenda,
so well
she
at
has
the
just this
breaststroke.
drive we've never seen before.
I will say this. I know that all these deaths happened and the dean was one of them, but I don't know if any of this really made the newspaper. It's just an urban legend, you know what I mean? At the end,
College campus paper. That's as far as it got, and they took them off
not
the shelf.
too bad.
so-
I don't know
Well,
that this got out.
They covered it all up.
That's all. That's as far as it got.
Never even heard of it. Exactly, Mark. Just animosity but common. If you guys have like angry goth roommate, like there's something to do about that. You don't have to put up with that all year. There's alternative housing. I'm sure there's someone else who's having a problematic roommate. Like you can get out of your dorm room.
You certainly don't have to just get like walked all over and be like, oh, sorry.
If she's constantly boning loud and aggressively, and I'm walking in like, nah, I'm
You guys
regressing this around and finding
you
a
guys
room.
are taking the wrong side on this. Now, I think roommates have sex, right? And maybe the goth roommate is being a little too aggressive, but there's no way that Natalie should be just putting on headphones and going to sleep. Like, read the room. Get out of there.
Get
you
out
have
of
friends.
here.
You have 6 friends. Don't stay in the room, you fucking weirdo.
Oh, that's a great
Like,
point.
I couldn't believe
she doesn't
I
have to
couldn't
be there.
believe she stayed in there the whole time. That is
like that she-
weird. I'm again.
Yeah, so actually, are we saying it's the opposite? And Tosh is actually pretty normal. She's like, my roommate always stays and watches me have sex with my boyfriend.
I'm on Tasha's side there. Like, get out of the room or just join the fun. I don't know, but don't just go to bed and be like, oh, this is unbearable. Get out of the room. Like, you shouldn't stay there.
Guess I'll study later.
I think that as I know it's a tough living situation, but a sock on the door would probably solve most of these problems.
Yeah, it
Now
does seem that
I
way.
will say, just to the demise of Tosh, it was a little bit of a situation of a girl that cried wolf. You know? So
Oh yeah.
You can't always be boning willy nilly and not have someone.
No, I don't think
murder you,
anybody's to blame
murder
there.
you.
The only real question I have is that's not an urban legend. Why did she go through all that trouble? Why did Brenda go through all that
They
trouble?
tried to make it seem like the don't turn on. Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the
was
lights?
They
that-
tried a little bit. Well,
I think she
also,
would have had to lick her
Sasha,
hand or something.
what's
Isn't there that dog one?
But what if she would have turned on the lights? That would not have fulfilled the urban legend.
Then you just kill her, which does, okay, 2 things. Number 1, Sasha, that's not an urban legend either. She's just being stalked with an axe through her radio station. Brenda got a little willy-nilly, and she wasn't a good studier at her folklore class because she's just killing people.
Towards the end, it's just like, we got to get it done. Tonight's the night, and the urban legends got that.
Well, she even says that when she has the gun. She's like, well, this isn't an urban legend, but, I got to kill you.
Do you want to hear my biggest animosity about not only this movie, but in general, most horror movies? Okay,
Sure.
So I understand that there's super strength when it comes to supernatural characters like Michael Myers, like whatever.
This was coming. I was wondering who was going to
But
be.
I just can't believe that this girl alone could hoist these bodies, dead bodies, into that room, but specifically the Joshua Jackson murder. What's going on there? I'm so mad.
She can't lift all that weight.
Yeah.
And just also
Intricate
Simple
levers
machine,
and
guys.
or
Simple
something.
machine.
But Chris asked me that last night. She's like, "How's he doing?" I was like, "Oh, just a bunch of pulleys." I think if you get a bunch, it becomes real.
So okay,
life.
I know she probably.
the only
I
way.
assume she probably set up the rope system beforehand. I've got to believe that's a lot of ropes. But just to wrestle down Joshua Jackson, even caught by surprise, and hoist him up, I ain't buying it. I didn't. You know how you can tell that.
So did she know that they were just going to stop magically right under that tree?
She's like, oh, sweet,
Chris,
this worked out
exactly.
perfectly.
They weren't at like a lover's point. They were seeming to be like somehow got into the middle of the
middle
woods
of nowhere.
with a
Literally,
car.
there's no road.
Yes.
His car was in the middle of the woods.
They're in
Yeah.
the woods, in the off campus, in the woods.
Slight animosity. Damon walked so far to take a piss. I would get just 2 feet from
I'm
the
putting
door.
my hand like
he walked back
on
like,
the car. Like
I'm not going near that far.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch that scene back, if you haven't watched it recently, there's a tree roughly 3 feet away from his car door. Would have perfectly hidden him. Didn't have to get far at all. That would have been my play. But that's.
I have
just me.
another.
This is an animosity of the 90s and just a time of the 90s, but his character also very persistent in the pursuit.
Oh yeah, he's definitely out of nowhere too.
I was confused for that whole scene. It kind of sneaks up on you.
I believe he said, "I'm a really good. I don't want this to get around campus, but I'm a really good listener."
Yeah.
That's exactly
Well, it's a real Zach Morris's trash situation. I got you. And he got murdered. He got what he deserved.
He got
did.
his.
He did. He got his.
So to go back to your thing before, like after she killed the girl in the car with the axe at the beginning, she survived. She just kept going. So if she just would have killed Natalie during any of these moments with the other friends, would she have just stopped and been like, "There we go"? Or is she always going to drag her somewhere for a
Cameron, she
reveal?
would have stopped. She had a swim. Who's she going to reveal to? Nobody else knows what's going on.
she's already made the PowerPoint.
Plus, she had a
project.
swimming scholarship.
If it was a build-up for revenge, why wouldn't she have killed the Mancini character?
Or this girl at the beginning of like, oh, that's true. Or why did I just kill him at the beginning of the school year? Why go through all this crazy work? Because like the other girl didn't know what was happening. And I do want to just go back to that dead body weight real quick too. Not only does she hoist Joshua Jackson up, she gets all these bodies from wherever she killed them and drags them on
Nobody
campus
saw them.
to that
Nobody
empty door.
saw them
To
do
like
that
the
at all.
fourth floor of a.
She gets Robert Englund into the trunk of a car somehow too. Like she's dragging these bodies all over campus. It's crazy.
And within minutes of
She's
each.
so quick.
The quickest one is definitely at the end of the movie. She's got like 3 people up there that I just don't believe would have happened. She get to do anything with the dean, or she just
No, Dean's
leave
up
him?
there. Dean's up there.
No, yeah, she brought the dean up.
I
Yeah,
totally
she brought the
forgot
dean up.
that.
She hung him up.
Ooh,
She brings all the
you
bodies
know
up
there
Michael
was a
Myers style.
handful of people though that saw it happen. They're like, that's not my problem. Like I'm not even gonna touch that.
Jordan, that's how massacres get swept under the rug.
That's true. That's true. Not my problem.
No, hand up. Just maybe the most gruesome part of the whole film for me was the slashing of the Achilles tendon of the dean.
That's
that
the worst one.
sucks.
Even, that stuck with me over through the year. That might be the first Achilles I saw.
The Achilles tendon.
I got a big animosity there, though. I got a huge
Okay,
animosity.
go for it.
The dean did not have to
think
get
I'm-
run over. He had so
didn't.
much
He
time to
didn't.
just roll out of the way.
That was a total Austin Powers
was an-
steamroller
100%.
moment.
It
Yeah,
was.
he had
He
a
had so
lot.
I'm
of
not saying
time.
he got what he deserved. Like, he didn't deserve to have his Achilles tendon cut, but he did deserve to die if that's how he was going to die. Roll out of the way, Dean.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like he's made some pretty horrific mistakes in the past week.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
got what he deserved.
Seems like he had it coming too, I guess.
Yeah,
But for different
I'm
reasons,
not like
unrelated to a
murder's
killer.
bad, but I think that everybody that Brenda murdered had it coming. I think I hate them all except Josh. No, except
the
the
dog.
The
party guy didn't have it coming.
asshole.
No, that dog was a
In fact, that
menace.
dog got its nose pierced. It was getting a beer bong. It was just getting.
Yeah, that dog was
just a beating, really.
chill as
Just
shit,
taking
man.
A lot. Just a comment, quick of Natalie to make assumptions that one, this is already a serial killer and that it's after her. We jump pretty much one murder into there's someone coming after me. There's a lot of assumptions made quick.
Yeah, I don't like the Brenda character.
She connects the dots
Yeah, we're granted we're setting up the feels and the suspense for a scary movie, but we just jump right into that of a who is it right away.
Now, do you guys know when they start when Natalie and Paul start sort of their investigative process and they're kind of talking to the janitor? Do you guys assume that he's been working there for 25 plus years, or
they allude that he has, or that he at least knows?
He looks no
He's
more
too
than
young.
3
He's
years
far
older
too
than
young.
them.
he just didn't fit the bill.
You know, it sucks he dies, but fun that they're throwing a wrench of him just being like, fuck Wexley, that he is just like trying to take down the system.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so this is an actual like plot point question. The janitor, and I think I wrote it down on IMDb. He's just listed as weird looking janitor or weird janitor. Does he plant? He plants that paper for.
Yeah.
But it's
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
It's not.
Why didn't he just
Jordan,
say Ask
you're right. It
Wexler
says
instead of
weird
giving him a note that
janitor.
says Ask Wexler?
Yeah, which is again it's tough to see on the call sheet.
You didn't even have to
that's
add
me.
weird.
But anyway,
That's what I mean.
They could have
That's
just said janitor. They don't have any other janitors.
it's not 100% that
He's real busy on that campus. I mean, that's
I like that he threw in the newspaper, but there's no 100% chance that Jared Leto's character is gonna see it, right? It's a lot of assumption he's gonna get to that drawer, get over the couple of pieces of debris and pieces of paper, and get to the newspaper and see it.
Jordan, he's a very good reporter.
Well, he is a reporter. I agree. He's the only one there. Yeah.
This is the last note I have, but pretty big animosity. At the end of the movie, they just leave Reese with a stabbing and a gunshot wound at the top of the apartment, and it's not clear where they're going.
Cameron,
Like they're
they're awful
driving
private
away.
school students. They're not. They don't care about the working person.
That's maybe Cameron's right. That's maybe the biggest plot hole of the whole thing.
I'm led to believe she dies.
Can we just talk?
Fucking Brenda falls from 30 feet up.
Alive.
She Michael Myers
Okay,
is it a
fine.
bit. Yeah.
She might-
No, because Michael Myers got shot 6 times, 7 times, whatever. Like they really
6
tried.
times. I shot him.
Like they just are like, and that takes care of that.
But here we go. We have Paul and Natalie riding off into the sunrise, because it's probably close to sunrise at
I would
this
assume
point.
so.
Still raining.
And Natalie's like, gee, I sure hope Reese is fine. And Paul's like, she's fine. We called 911. Okay.
The phones were down. I thought the whole point was that they couldn't contact anybody, you know? Like, Reese is dead. She bled out up there because you guys crashed
Reese
the
got
car
the
and had to
short
walk
straw.
somewhere after that.
This movie doesn't like wrap up what happened on campus. They go just straight to a new campus showing us that Brenda got away, right? We don't really get any conclusion of anybody else on campus, correct?
Well, most of them died. It's just Natalie and Paul.
Yeah, and then the security guard we assume died as well. Bled out.
They left her for dead up there, and then
Reese
they
is
crashed a car. And maybe help was going to get there. Yeah, I don't know.
Why isn't there a manhunt for Brenda if we know that she's killed
Because
people?
she's pretty much dead. We never found the body, but I mean,
It was raining
shot
pretty
9
heavy, you
times.
know.
It was raining pretty hard. She was hit by a car. No, she flew out of one, threw out a building.
Cameron and everybody else in the podcast, what they didn't account for is she's on the goddamn swim team.
Yep,
She's
that's
at
true.
Boston,
That is true.
She's a
just at
strong
Boston
swimmer.
College now.
She held her breath for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: would you have preferred the ending where she comes back? Sorry, spoiler. Where she comes back and she's just like probably gonna do it again. I don't know if she's just a serial killer. Or would you have rather just the body float away and you're left wondering? I would have preferred
I
the
like
other
what
way.
I kind of respect how they're like, she's definitely made it.
It's
There's
definitely
no
like the
ambiguity
90s
here.
slasher film where they're like, and she's still alive doing it.
Well, question to you guys, though. She killed the people involved with her vendetta. Is she just enrolled at college now and just like, well, got away with that? Like avenge my boyfriend.
Yeah, or did
She has no
continue killing?
She has no reason to kill anybody.
Yeah,
Although
that's what
she
I'm
had the real person, she really needs to kill Natalie. She never finished that whole thing.
Well, that's true. I mean, did anyone ever see any of the sequels? I actually haven't. Do they ever?
I don't think so. I think it's
ever
No.
just always new? Okay.
No,
Well,
no.
don't taint a good
I
thing. can
assume
support
she
that.
killed Natalie.
comment and or animosity. Natalie gets fucking just scalpeled in her stomach at the end of the movie, and then she's fine.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
basically
that's
has
the
like
way
an
it goes.
appendectomy,
Reese
and then
is
she's
stabbed
just like,
and shot, and she's
Yeah, She's about to get her kidney.
I don't know if
heist,
that's
dude.
the best way to go
And
from the front for your kidney. Is that what you do?
Do we know
I'm-
that Tara Reid is dead, or do we just assume that she is?
We
Does
saw
she
her
end up?
body,
I just
think.
forget. Is everybody in the?
We see Reese's reaction to her bloody hand in the corner. So, she
Can I
did
pay a
survive.
compliment?
Ugh.
This is a comment. There's no question. I think Tara Reid does really well in this movie. I think this is the best acting.
Tara Reid in her prime, like I said.
But I think she does well. She's funny. She's a little sassy. She kind of keeps it going.
She's like a what was that sex doctor?
Dr.
the
Drew?
old
No,
lady?
sorry,
Dr.
Doctor.
No,
No, the little lady.
Dr. Sue, right? Dr. Sue. She's
Yeah.
like a young Dr. Sue.
She's the college version of that.
This is more just because we're in the Halloween stage of the podcast, We're in the spooky season. I don't think this movie is necessarily meant to be a Halloween movie, although it did come in September. I would just selfishly love it if it was set in the fall semester rather than spring. It's not a big deal, especially in the Northeast.
This is why it falls into the Cameron Jones early Halloween stuff, because it's just a summertime feeling teen slasher. And
Soft open.
That's what
It
you
is a
start
soft
with,
open.
just teen slashers.
They do have the party in kind of celebration of the
seems orange
anniversary.
It's a
real
costume
Yeah,
party
it
for
seems
sure.
Halloween.
Is it
It
It's
seems
Halloween?
Halloweeny for sure.
Okay, so
No, it's
not,
April.
but
Can I ask
but
you
it
guys, because
seems
this was
that
my
way for
first
sure.
I
watch,
think
and you
it's
guys have
it's
obviously seen
April.
this before. Was there like a date or something that made you guys? Because I just assumed it was.
They talk about
Oh,
final
well, they
and
said-
stuff and just
okay.
the end of
Yeah.
the semester, I think.
I'm pretty sure they talk about the massacre happening in April.
Yeah.
yeah, and they talk about it happening.
it's the anniversary party.
Okay.
It's like April 24th. That's why I think
No,
it is.
I'm just asking because like it didn't necessarily seem
And
like.
they allude to Jared Leto graduating in a month too.
The weather sure seems folly, though. So
no animosity there.
Not only that, as a small liberal arts school, they only offer that urban legend class probably once a semester. Like, there's no way that she's like, I didn't get signed up. I wanted to do it in fall. That would have been awesome, but I just didn't get in the class. They're prerequisites.
I'll kill
She had
him
a
now.
prerequisite to get into that class, and she just couldn't get in there. Plus, to take it with all her friends, Jesus.
I only have one last like little. I don't know if it's an animosity. It's definitely a comment, but I get what they're trying to do with the pop rocks and the Drano. They're trying to allude that it's Wexler behind the whole thing. Drano's gonna do it.
Hey.
Drano, you have to guzzle Drano and pop
yeah,
rocks.
that's
down
not an
his
urban
throat.
legend. Once
Drano's
again.
gonna be enough.
Oh, was she trying to?
And
was she
I
trying
assume
to?
that's
She put pop
like-
rocks in there, but she definitely just used a poison.
This is a real question. Was she trying to frame people at that point? Still?
I think at
She
least
was
the audience.
Wexler
At least-
Wexler
from the
for the whole
beginning.
time,
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, even the whole reveal at the end, she's saying how she doesn't want to shoot because it sets up the whole urban legend thing with Wexler, and he snapped. He was the original massacre. She was trying to set that up from the beginning.
but the janitor, the weird-looking janitor, right? He
just has a grudge against
okay,
most
that's
of
it.
the staff.
That's it. He's like, hey, check out all these.
As a first-time
I hate
watcher, I
them
know
all.
you guys have seen it, so like,
Okay.
and you've seen this trope before, but I actually liked the kind of double switch where it's like, obviously it's not Wexler because they want you to think it's
Oh,
Wexler.
I love
think it's
I
Jared
love a
Leto,
red
yeah.
herring, right?
And then you're like, oh, it's Jared Leto.
But
And then they flip it on you. I love
Yeah.
it. I love
Classic
it. It was great.
whodunit. We got to have a couple just fake outs.
True to
you know?
classic whodunit. The reveal is there's no way you could have guessed this
Yeah.
because you didn't know any of this
didn't
backstory.
give
We
enough
didn't
clues.
tell you any of it. And here's all the exposition you need. The only person that didn't understand it was Natalie, and that's why I hate her so much.
If there's something we missed, make sure you reach out and let us know. But we're going to move it on to recasting. Recasting. Mark went a little lower. Who's the lowest person you got?
Janitor?
Did not get a janitor. Chris said something a second ago, so I'm throwing out Steve Buscemi. But I don't feel good about that.
Great. It's just got to be a creepy face. Exactly.
It's written
Is that
down
what
on
you
my
did,
notes.
Mark?
Steve Buscemi.
No, I didn't. I did Pete Postlewaite.
Give me a face.
He's in the town. He's the florist
Oh,
in the town.
Okay.
Oh, with scars. That's a good
Sure,
one.
I'll give it. Yeah. I'll do. Actually, I'm
Just
gonna I'm gonna do Argus.
It's just got to
Filch.
be a creepy face. What did you? Oh yeah,
Argus
sure.
Filch.
Perfect. Even better.
Mark, what was
You
your?
know, it'd be a funny janitor just to throw a totally, just make the movie go in a totally different direction. Go like, give me like a Jim Varney, like a Ernest guy,
Jim Varney.
Yeah.
like Ernest.
Ernest.
You know, Ernest goes to
Oh,
Ernest.
got you. There it is.
Yes,
Sorry, did
no,
not.
I don't
Scared
hate that.
stupid.
Who we have as Reese?
I had Niecy Nash.
That's who I had from Reno 911.
Oh, that's
yeah, damn.
great. That's great.
Who'd you have, Mark?
Did you guys watch this together, you motherfuckers?
Yeah, but we did not do our notes together.
I did not share
Okay.
that.
No,
note.
I'm just asking, but that like
We even kept the during movie
I don't
chatter
even- yeah,
somewhat
we didn't,
down. We
I didn't
Yeah,
say Niecy Nash whatsoever.
I will say I think female cop kind of incepted me just to
it
go
did.
that route.
It 100%
Oh,
did.
I went female cop too. I went Regina King from Southland.
Yeah.
You're a
I
Regina
like
King
that.
fan. You use her quite a bit.
I like Regina King. I really do.
Jordan?
You'll be happy to know that Megs and I watch not all, but a lot of the movies together, and I'll spit out recasting. She's like, "That's uninspired. That's not even good." So anyway, she doesn't come up with different people, but she doesn't
She'll
like
just
mine.
tell you
so
like, nope, that's not good.
she's like, "Oh, so you did someone that looks just like that person?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did." It's really hard for me to think outside the box. Yvette Nicole Brown, Shirley from Community.
Yeah.
Cool with that too. She has some sort of
Okay, yeah.
HGTV house flipping show currently.
Oh, cool. Good for her. I'll never see that.
Did anyone do the Dean?
I did. David Strathairn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn, that's better than mine. I did Michael Caine.
Oh, that's very proper.
Yeah, whatever. I did
I
it.
did James Cromwell, the old guy from Babe / Green Mile.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
As a
right.
dean.
He seems kind of stern.
I like that.
What about Wexler, the teacher, the Robert Englund cameo? I have two, so I'm going to go last.
I like mine actually, and I don't think you guys will, but I went Kevin Kline. Feels real good.
Huh. I don't hate it.
Kiefer
Okay.
Sutherland.
So it sounds like you didn't like it either.
It's interesting you say Kiefer Sutherland because I was going to put Father Sutherland,
Donald
Sutherland.
Donald
I was going to maybe
Sutherland?
make him the dean at one point, but I don't know. Backtracked.
I'm thinking Kiefer Sutherland was like now though, not
Okay.
not then.
Oh.
I was trying to get like who does horror cameos right now, and I couldn't think of anyone other than Ethan Hawke does a bunch of horror now, and he's a great actor, but that's not quite right. But then I just did Henry Winkler from Scream. I was like, fuck it, let's just get Henry Winkler in here too.
Yeah, why not?
He's just too soft and too nice to play that.
But Robert
big
Englund
character.
isn't that like menacing in this. He's
He's very likable.
He's kind of fun.
No, what? Yeah.
Yeah, but Henry Winkler's like, yeah, hey, like you just know
Think
he's
of him
so
in
nice.
Scream. Think of him in Scream. He's the dick principal.
That's true. That's true. That's a little more
Around the
fun.
same time, granted, it's just using that again. Moving on. How about Sasha?
Tara Reid's character.
The Tara Reid character.
Reese Witherspoon. I'm doing. Yeah.
Interesting.
I actually really like Reese Witherspoon, especially during that time.
Yeah.
Like, go back and listen to Pleasantville, that era, Clueless.
Fun fact: she was filming Cruel Intentions with Joshua Jackson.
Ooh, I do wonder this, and this is maybe a question that I should have gotten to. Where do you think this ranks in that? This is below, obviously, Scream.
I would say it's
think
better
it's
than I Know What
below-
You Did Last Summer, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think it's better, but I think because of the star power of I Know What You
Agreed,
Did Last Summer
agreed.
so much more, it's held at a higher regard, but I do like this one more.
I agree with you.
I like the
And
story
go back
a
and
little
listen to our faculty. I think the faculty is better than all these. I like the
back and
faculty a
listen
lot.
to
Maybe I'm just... Okay, anyway.
Sasha,
okay.
I did a little bit ago. I would have said Lindsay Lohan, but I still think Megan Fox is the overly sexualized actress of today that would be in that Tara Reid kind of character.
Ooh, both of those could work. I get you. I went. Who did I go? Gabrielle Union.
Sure.
Then.
Oh, I like that,
it a lot.
actually. I do.
Jessica Alba.
Nice.
Oh,
Jessica
I
Alba.
think Jessica Alba's such a bad actress. But she
Tara
could have
Reid
done
good?
it so better. She's got something. I think Jessica Alba brings nothing. Go back and listen to our Idle Hands and stay tuned for our. I don't know if she's in any other movie.
Halloween movie. Who'd you have as Damon?
Funny enough, Idle Hands, Devin Sawa.
Oh, I was gonna put the other guy in that
Ooh,
role.
Nice. Damn, didn't even think of him. Go back, also listen to our Final Destination,
Yeah.
right? Because he's in that
Hear me
too.
out. I'm going for a much funnier version, and I'm thinking of Freaks and Geeks Seth Rogen. Little older.
As Damon?
Yeah, as just like the comedic like prankster.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it.
I did James Vanderbeek just to keep it in the Dawson's Creek.
I like
Yeah,
it.
keep it in the creek.
Yeah.
Keep it in the creek.
We're on Parker now.
I did Ryan Reynolds then before he did.
Okay, around Van Wilder, a little younger. So like,
yeah, Van Wilder.
this would be a
that
start.
Ryan Reynolds.
That's actually a really good one. I just screamed Matthew Lillard and just moved him over to this one because it's the same kind of prototype.
I tried not to take anybody from
I didn't feel
Otherwise-
good about that one.
I'm just going to throw out Breckenmeyer. Freddy's dead. That was in Clueless.
Gotcha.
He was in Road Trip.
Oh yeah. The guy from gotcha.
That almost works for Damon.
That
for
works. That works really
Mark,
well.
did you say yours
I'm
already?
going an early Paul Rudd before early Paul Rudd.
I say him too much, but I thought about him.
I have Paul Rudd.
I thought
cast
about Paul
as
Rudd, but in a
somebody
different.
else.
Up next, we have Paul, the why can't I think of his real name? The Jared Leto characters. Jesus Christ.
Oh, just for the record, I don't like that character either. I want those two to die.
Oh, he's annoying. He
I don't
deserves
like
to
their
die.
love story or anything.
All right, I'm going to throw
Anyway.
both of mine away because I don't think you guys will have it.
Paul Walker.
Okay, I thought about that just as someone attractive. He's too dumb, though. He's maybe just one of the friends.
He's got dumb
Yeah, I
voice.
can't get around that. I was going to throw in just who's hot right now, Timothy Chalamet and Joe Keery. Joe Keery's also a musician.
Oh, you
He's an
went-
actor first, musician second, but I was trying to find a musician actor. Hard.
I actually, to go back to whoever said Paul Walker, I don't think that's bad. He does have dumb voice, but he could have worked in this role for sure. I like Cameron's
Timothy Chalamet, Joe Keery, just taking popular.
Timothy Chalamet quite a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I
Joe
don't
Keery
know
plays-
He
the
would have been
He's-
more likable as Timothy Chalamet. Yes.
True.
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
All right.
That's
Okay.
I got it written down. That's who I wrote myself.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's a better one.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's better than me.
They actually have really similar eyes.
Kind of. It's the brow thing.
Very round
Super
and very
blue as the
super
sea.
blue. I went with Jake Gyllenhaal as well. This is actually where I think you said Paul Walker. I'm sorry, Paul Rudd. I could have put Paul Rudd here.
He's also, yeah, that could work for me. That could work. Brenda, the villain.
Brenda.
I'm going to throw out a wild one for you. Zendaya.
I totally thought about that
Could she
somewhere.
be psycho like that at the end? I've
Think
never
about how kooky she is at the beginning in like Goth of like Spider-Man. Think of how wild she gets during what's the sexy teen thing that she was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could do it.
I had Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. We'll get into some recasting what ifs in a second.
I feel bad because I say this so much, but I did Mila Kunis.
Yeah, there you are again.
It might be too on the nose. But I also did Zoe Saldana.
Oh,
Zoe Saldana.
Hold on. Oh,
she'd be a good
that's
crazy
not
at
bad.
the end.
That and specifically the '90s version of her, like the center stage.
Yeah, I like
version.
that better than the other one.
All right, I should have just said that. Take out that I ever said Mila Kunis.
Nope. Mark,
And take a drink.
No,
Can I
because-
get Emma Stone in there somewhere?
we have a redhead coming up.
We do have a redhead.
All
coming
right.
up.
R.I.P. Brittany Murphy.
Ooh, I like
she was
that.
a great actress. She could play some crazy stuff. She would have been doing her teen stuff.
Man, Brittany Murphy. Definitely never going to say her name again.
I'm sure you will. We have
Sorry, I just never think of her.
No,
She's dead.
last but not least, Natalie. Do you guys want my redhead or do you want my whatever?
Wait, can I?
Yeah.
Can we just do Michelle? The very like the.
Oh, yeah, I
the
didn't
Drew
do her.
Barrymore, the Drew Barrymore of Scream.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Drew
sure. If you've
Barrymore.
got one, throw it out.
Okay. Go ahead if you got one.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh, yeah. She's from 10 Cloverfield Lane. She's from Scott
yeah, I like her
Pilgrim.
too.
Oh, that's
Scott
a good one.
Pilgrim.
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim's got the-
I like
Actually,
that.
kind of
The
that's
bob
actually
cut.
pretty good. I like that. Natalie, the main character. I'm going to go first. I'm going to throw you my redhead, Bryce Dallas Howard. Why not? Let's just go with a great, attractive redhead. Number 2, if I'm just going anybody, Selena Gomez. She has that same kind of lower monotone speaking way, and I like her a lot more as an actress. So mine would
That's
be
not
Selena
bad.
Gomez Zendaya as the best friend actresses.
You're picking like Disney
that's not
stars.
bad.
If we were to remake
I'm
it.
picking current stars, yes.
The Disney stars.
Former, that's what all stars are, Mark.
Sure,
They start
okay,
on Disney
fair.
or Nick, and then they have their pop careers. Who do you guys got?
I'm torn between 3, and I'd love to eventually say
I'd love to hear
the
one.
other 2. Well, okay, hold on.
I got Julia Stiles. Didn't think twice about
just
it.
a redhead?
I'd love this movie. No, she's not redheaded.
Oh, I heard fucking
Julia Stiles is actually really good.
Oh, Julia Roberts.
Julie Roberts. Sorry.
I actually think this movie would be much better.
10 Things I Hate About You, Say the Last Dance, Julia
Say the
Stiles.
Last Dance, 10 Things I Hate About You, later on the Born Supremacy series.
Yeah,
Born
maybe. We
Ultimatum
use her
series.
too much.
Julia Stiles, maybe me. Don't dismiss this. Mark, speak. Like, I don't like that. Cameron's like, I'll give you a random redhead and I'll give you something else. I like Julia Stiles in this movie. I think she'd work. And write us in at Cult Classics Podcast. Somebody come to my defense. That hurts too much. I know it was a little generic, but goddamn it, it would
Mine's
work.
not a redhead, but I'm thinking like 80s Jennifer Connelly.
Oh yeah, that'd be
cool with
work.
that.
And here's why. Because the actress playing Natalie is not giving us
Yeah,
much.
she's it's like a little soft spoken, not like super.
And
out there.
I like Jennifer Connelly, but she doesn't give us
That's
much.
why I put the Selena Gomez in there. Similar kind of just dryness.
Yeah, like you should get killed. And it looks like all of you don't run fast enough to live.
Katherine Heigl is where I'm going with
Sure.
with Natalie.
Oh, I like that. And I also wouldn't like you kind of want her to get hers.
You guys ready for some casting what ifs? Sarah Michelle Gellar accepted the role of Sasha, but had to back out due to scheduling conflicts with the Vampire Slayer. Melissa Joan Hart turned down the role of Natalie. Reese Witherspoon also turned down the role of Natalie, so they were up for the main character. Let us know what you thought of recasting, but we're going to move it on to Mount Rushmore, top 4.
Mount Rushmore, top 4.
Welcome back to Mount Rushmore. This week we're doing favorite twist endings. Some people were a little more specific and did just killer twist, but I'm going to start it out this week. I got the number 1.
Well, you sent out a text message that said killer twist. We didn't know if that meant like killer twist.
I'm 33 and I have white hair. I'm 32 and I have white hair. You know what I meant. I meant it literally.
I just want to let you know, since I've become a father, I had 1 gray hair and I have 1 new gray hair in my beard. So the stress is getting to me.
You're going to want to eradicate that for sure.
Take care of it now.
I'm just going to pick my number 1 favorite. This might have been like based off it, but the Scream twist with the 2 killers, it got me at the time. It was a huge killer twist.
Again, what I love about that is you can't see it coming because you didn't know the
It's the
exposition.
number 1. It was a huge killer twist.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's chalk.
So you want something obscure that people would be like, I guess. What do you got,
Well, don't
asshole?
spoil another one because I need one.
Okay,
Mark, what do you
I'm
got?
going next.
That was my pick, you fucker.
I like Scream as a choice, but I'm going to go back even further, Cameron, to the one that started it all.
back.
I'm doing Norman Bates and Psycho.
Oh.
Boom.
Okay. I
The
thought you were going to
twist
take
is
it.
not that he's the murderer. The twist is that he's his mom. Who saw that coming? Am I right? Norman, you gotta, Man.
That's a good
I mean,
twist.
for the time, that was a big twist.
That's the original slasher movie too, I think. And then if we're doing non-killers, I don't think this movie
stop
gets
it.
in.
You ruin everybody's shit. You
Okay,
wait.
that'll be my honorable mention.
You have a problem? Mark, what do you got?
Knives Out.
Knives Out, the Who Done It.
Oh, Knives Out. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
gotcha.
yeah. I mean, we'll go back and see our episode of Knives Out, but that is one of my favorite modern whodunits. Looking forward, optimistically hesitant about the new one coming out. Chris, do you have a good twist movie to finish out our 4?
I'm trying to keep it in the vein of scary movies, and I would
Good,
say
I appreciate that.
Of your recent twists.
Was that a shot at me?
No. Get Out.
Get Out? That's a
Ooh,
good one.
I like that.
Okay.
That was a
Nice.
fun twist. Would you really?
That
You could
was
almost
a
put
fun
all of
twist.
Jordan Peele's movies
I
as
was about
kind
to
of
say,
a
does
twist
he
ending.
just do that?
Yeah, he does twist.
He's our M. Night Shyamalan right now. He's what we got. Now we're
Great,
reaching.
great pull, Chris.
Don't put that on.
Now
him.
we're reaching into our honorable mentions. I'm going to throw another scary movie out there. Frailty. It was the one with Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton, where it turns out he's the killer the whole time. It's just like Killing for God. Scary movie from the 90s. Check it out if you've never seen it.
Oh, I have seen that movie. That is a good movie, actually.
Right?
Frailty?
Frailty, yeah. Bill Paxton is killing people because he believes God is giving
Yeah.
his messages, and he's getting his boys to help him do it.
I think we've all been there.
You know, that old
Right?
chestnut.
Okay, I'm going to do this one because I truly do like this movie, and I think it's overlooked, but I'm going to do The Others. Nicole Kidman, The Others. They're the ghost.
Yeah.
That one got me.
That is
Good
one.
twist.
And if I rewatched it now, does it hold up? I don't know, but it scared me as a kid.
No, I still do like that one. We've actually been talking about watching that around here. I think one, this does annoy you, but you kind of like it. Identity. It's a scary movie up until they give you the twist with John Cusack.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
I do like it up until the very end when it's like, he's crazy. It's all in his head. One of
Yeah.
those.
I absolutely hate All in Their Heads. I like that
Up
movie.
until
hate
yeah.
the twist.
Yeah, I get that.
This is a
It's the same way you
movie.
feel about Shutter Island, Cameron.
Bad movie.
Shutter Island's got
Can't just be in your head. Good movie
Yeah.
up until it's like, oh, that's it. That's what you're
Yep.
giving me.
Mine's a not. This is maybe one of my more favorite twists, and it's not a scary movie, but The Prestige.
Oh, I have The Prestige down on my list, actually. That was a fun turnaround. We're like, oh, we're using real magic. Okay, well, science.
Science magic.
Prestige is Nolan, and the other one's The Illusionist. Is that right?
Yes, I do like The Illusionist, though. That actually was a fine movie. Just
But Prestige is the better
far
one, right?
better
It's just
one.
The
The far
Prestige is
better.
the
Okay,
Christopher
yeah,
Nolan
cool.
awesomeness.
I don't like this movie or franchise at all, but Saw, the fact that he was the dead body the entire time in the
Oh,
center.
dang.
That was a good twist, despite the bad
Shout out,
acting.
Megan did send me that. I'm like, oh, that is a good one. I'm not in tune with the franchise enough. Can I give you really the one that's fresh on my mind that's not a horror movie that I've been thinking about again and again and again? It's Mad Eye Moody being Barty Crouch Jr. in Harry Potter 4. Listen,
Book reveal, but
I'm
movie-wise,
gonna.
still, yeah.
The movie doesn't reveal it as much, but the book really does. I'm going to argue this. None of us really like Mad Eye Moody. We just like Barty Crouch as Mad Eye Moody. It's really the only version we know. And think about the attention to detail. One, he should just be a teacher. But two, to trick everybody that he's Mad Eye Moody. Yeah, well, he's aloof and doesn't really give a shit about it. He's selfish. Anyway.
I'm going to throw another one that wasn't maybe as popular, but Secret Window with Johnny Depp. Him also just being the killer the whole time.
Yeah.
You stole
like
my
the
story.
movie, hate the twist. I do like that movie, but I hate the twist. Give me a real ending, guys.
The last one out of my list was The Boy, that scary movie about the doll that
never saw it.
Oh, well, it's a real man living in the walls. Let us know if there's some other big twist movies that we're forgetting off there. Obviously, we left off M. Night Shyamalan because Jordan has a bit of an animosity there.
The Village.
I watched Old. I can't even say anything. It was an
I
accident.
told you to jump back in on. That was not the one. Fuck it. We don't have time for this.
There were so many movies not coming out because people stopped putting movies out.
Lady in the Water.
Fine, I'll watch
better
Old.
movies. Okay. Thanks for listening to our take on Urban Legend. If you like what you heard, make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast app.
6 Cents, good.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not bad.
Go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a review, comment. That would definitely help us in the ratings. And if you want more content out there, check out I'm Not Crazy, Urban Hermit, and of course, Gold Classics for all your listening needs. Until then, I'll check you on the next one. Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Bye. Bye. Bye.